The overall goal of the Hand in Hand project is to contribute to the building of inclusive societies by improving the social, emotional and intercultural competences of students and school staff in a whole school approach. We're using knowledge from the psychology and sociology. Actually, it's quite simple. We just have to implement the new paradigm from developmental psychology. Well, you know, new and new. It's more than 20 years ago that researchers found out that we are born with a great deal of social capacities. And not as seen in the past as egocentric and unempathic creatures who has to be adjudicated and corrected in order to be decent human beings. This new paradigm that we are born as social beings and therefore in the need of being in relationship and interaction with other human beings asks for relational competence by the teacher. He or she really needs to be able to do what we call intended relation building and to go into relationship with personal authority and authenticity instead of falling back to the old-fashioned authoritarian way when being under pressure. To meet students with respect, interest, empathy and equal dignity is crucial when school is not only about learning language and science, but also about being prepared to live and work in a complex world. Here the teacher also needs to be able to enhance the social, emotional, intercultural competences by the students. It's easy to say and not always that easy to do. As mentioned before, we are all born social from the very beginning. We need to be in relationship and interaction with other human beings in order to develop. Our brain needs input from outside, not only in order to develop social competences, but also in order to develop in all other aspects. Cognitive as well as emotional competences develop out of interaction. So our most effective tools to enhance the social, emotional, intercultural competences are ourselves and each other. Since the development is going on in a relationship, we have to look at the parties in the relationship, you, me and us. In order to be empathic and to get into contact with other people, we have to be in contact with ourselves. If you are not at home in your mind, thoughts and feelings, it's difficult to be social and show interest in other people. We work on enhancing the contact to ourselves by being aware of ourselves, the body, the breathing, the feelings, the mind, and how all these elements due to innate creativity is working together. The hypothesis is that if you're well rooted in yourself, you're also able to reach out with empathy and interest towards other people. To enhance this grounding and contact to oneself, we use different exercises that you also might know from physical training, from yoga, from martial arts, and from mindfulness training. We also address the you and me, the us, by doing exercises 2 and 2 or in smaller or bigger groups, so that both school staff and students get familiar with the possibility of being present in yourself and at the same time meet the other with empathy and presence. The dialogue is really important here. We all know how enriching a meeting with another human being can be when we mutually show interest, empathy, and simultaneously have an interest in sharing our own ideas, thoughts, and feelings. In a meeting like that, both social, emotional, and intercultural competences get the chance to develop. The intercultural competence is also addressed by working with exercises where self-reflection and perspective-taking is crucial, and where we challenge our more or less conscious ideas about different cultures and ethnic groups and our tendency to think in self and others, in them and us. When the project is evaluated, guidelines for both policy and practice will be developed for the different countries in the European Union, taking national context into consideration. The hand-in-hand outcomes will have open access availability on the project website, and we hope you will have the interest in following the work. And thank you so much for your attention.